This is another way to compose as well. So there we go. No. Here, you want to see real quick? Oh yeah. Okay. He asked, "You making a movie?" Jokingly. Jericho's kind of hidden behind the Bronco. The fact that this was just on the little tripod thing, I do not look like a serious person right now. So he's like, "Oh, you're good, you're good, you're good." And I was like, "You want to see?" He goes, "No, no, you're good, you're good." That's amazing. Like and you guys are seeing the image quality that's coming out of this. This image quality is way too good for a security guard not to take it serious. I'm just doing some film photos. Also guys, this video is sponsored by Insta360, but do not worry, I bumped heads with them in the past, and so they're not gonna tell me what I can say or what I cannot say. They know, I don't play that game. So guys, even when filming BTS, I am a prude when it comes to image quality, and I'm not willing to compromise that just because a camera fits in my pocket. Luckily, the Insta360 Luna. I sound like a salesman, but I don't care because I have been enjoying this. But the Insta360 Luna Ultra, I'm way more impressed than I thought it was gonna be. It has 10-bit finally. It has the Insta360 iLog. I even made my own LUTs for it. We'll do a whole segment so you guys can buy those and help me pay for Jericho's time helping me at filming this. But is it perfect? There's a couple of things that they could fix. We'll get into that. But yeah, so far I am impressed. Look at that, was beautiful timing. That was cinematic. I'm sorry. So the way I like to use these pocket cameras is exactly for this. If we're gonna try to be inconspicuous, we're about to go into a business. If we had a big camera, they'd probably say, "Hey, no filming." There's a chance that would happen. This though, they're not gonna be able to tell. But this is the main way that I use these cameras, is literally to shoot BTS, or if I'm trying to actually enjoy photography. I don't have time, set up a whole cinema camera and everything. This does just fine, honestly, in my opinion. Jericho knows a thing or two about filmmaking too. So throughout while we're doing this, he'll probably be able to do some reveal shots, like vertical reveals and pans and going behind objects and everything. And to make it even easier, he could just keep on doing the tracking on there. This is Jericho's personality right here. Ooh, definitely. Let's do a reveal shot right here as we're walking in. Let me know when you're ready. So guys, that shot we just did, if we were to do that with a more professional camera, we would need a gimbal. We'd have to get all that set up. We'd probably get kicked out of there. Start asking us, "What are you guys filming in here?" Blah, blah, blah. For stuff like this, the image quality on this thing is so freaking good to where I would be totally okay mixing this in with other cinema cameras and stuff, especially if it's just a YouTube video. And I think that's kind of something that a lot of people don't realize, who might question things I say about this and the image quality. Majority of the YouTube channels I watch, they're filming on their iPhones, on pocket cameras, on action cameras. I'm not watching because I'm looking for image quality. I'm watching because of the content itself. It's like off-road stuff, people who are working with metals and politicians and stuff like this. Like, I watch stuff that's not camera-based really. And most of them are not using cinema cameras and stuff. They're using stuff like this. So now that these pocket cameras are becoming next level, it's just gonna be insane for everybody, not just for a filmmaker like me who has very high standards for image quality, but for anybody who's using pocket stuff. I'm terrified that Jericho's gonna hit his hand on one of these cactuses right here. That'd be a cool shot too, if you're like hovering over it and it starts panning up from there, and it's me taking a photo. So the movement he's doing right now, this is all to come back right towards me. Obviously, this shot would be more so if you're filming with friends and stuff. This is still way easier. If we were using an actual camera with the gimbal, we just did it in 2 takes right now. So yeah. And then let me show you guys if I was filming by myself, what that would look like. Honestly guys, I'm barely scratching the surface on what this Luna Ultra is capable of. We still have Leica looks, and it could do photography and a bunch of other stuff. So in the description, there will be a link if you want to purchase the Luna, or if you just want to get more information. Highly suggest checking out that link down in the description. All right guys, a few more things. We need to go over here But real quick, I brought my Nikon FM2 this time with me. I picked one of these out because I have a Leica R8 and it's fully electronic. And so low-key, always a little bit worried that, you know, that thing's gonna kick the bucket since it's fully electronic, obviously. FM2 is a fully mechanical SLR film camera, and it's one of the only cameras that has 1/4000 max shutter speed and a 1/250th flash sync speed. Usually all the film cameras that have that, they're electronic. Anyways, that's not what this video is about. So I want to share with you guys a laundry list of things I sent to Insta360 that I would like to see in the next upcoming firmware updates. Before we do that though, real quick, once again, this is my Rambler version 2 LUT. So this is log, and this is with my LUT on. Personally, I think these are the best LUTs that I've ever made. Obviously I am biased, but I've been using them nonstop, and I made them for all different log profiles, and now they are also available for the Luna's 10-bit log profile now. So I have a link down in the description if you want to check that out. But anyways, this is what the current footage looks like, okay? You guys see how mushy this is. For me to make this look better, I have to sharpen it, and I have to sharpen it a lot. I never had to sharpen footage this much. And then I have to add film grain on top of that just to make it look a little bit more organic. So again, Insta360 is working on a firmware update to fix the noise reduction, but that's gonna lead me to a very short rant real quick. Insta360, whoever you have working over there making these decisions, they need help. Because it's kind of wild, you guys release such an amazing camera, but with this, like, I think anybody who's going to like Best Buy to buy this camera, they're gonna think this looks great. And you know, it's gonna work great for what they need. But for everybody else, all of our professional needs, this is not acceptable. This is wild. This does not look good. So again, they are fixing this, but I just wanted to say, Insta360, fix your team. I don't know what it is. I know people are gonna get upset with me over there, but it just needs to be said. Again, they're fixing that. I think it would also be cool if they gave us options to adjust the sharpening and the noise reduction on top of that fix. So we can adjust it ourselves and we could lower the sharpening and the noise reduction or make it more intense if we want to. We also need ISO reading. So I have it set to the manual shutter, so 1/50th. I have the ND64 on here, and I have it locked on for auto ISO. So the ISO can just adjust as it needs to, but it does not show you anywhere what your ISO setting is. So say if I'm in my car right now and ISO is at 3200 ISO, that's unnecessary. I would just take the ND off, but I have no idea if it's doing that because it's not telling me on here. That leads me to the next thing. While we're recording, there's no way to get into the exposure menu on here to change it. We need to be able to do that as well while we're filming. From there, we need OpenGate. This is another thing where I'm like, everybody knows that discourse happening around OpenGate. Why wouldn't they put this on here? The marketing team, the sales team will say, oh, but we have 1x1. It does the same thing. No, that's not the same thing. Because when you go in the 1x1 crop mode on here, it crops the sides off, but it gives you more vertical height. So obviously, you know, there's more vertical height on the sensor. So they just need to let us use the full entire sensor on there. Again, I already talked about the necklace attachment. Since this is wireless, this thing's just floating around. I'm really excited to see what third-party accessory companies are gonna do. So I would love like a little vehicle clamp where I could like set it on here. That'd be so sick. I did try a magnetic mount with it and it started to make the settings go a little bit wonky. So I don't think we could do a magnetic attachment on here. So it needs to be like some kind of clip or something. From there, the last thing that I sent them was we need a wireless signal meter on here. Because there was times when I was filming a Josh tree, I was getting way too far from it, but it wasn't telling me. And then it would just start, you know, obviously if I'm having connection issues, it's gonna start acting a little bit wonky. And that's just the technology, you know, that's not Insta360's fault, but it'd be nice if we had a wireless signal meter on here so we could see, oh, I have 1 bar left. I can't go any more further with this. Let me set this down somewhere before it loses connection or starts acting weird. So that was it so far from that. Let's get back into the video. I want to talk about the fun stuff, the stuff that actually is what's making me loving this thing. First off, case, super cool. Has a lock button. Absolutely love that. We got little legs. We got little legs. When I was filming BTS, when I was at Roy's filming with McKenna, one of these did pop off, but it easily went back in. So, you know, they do work. I feel they could have done a little bit better on that. It gets the job done, so I guess that's all that matters. But let's say if I was about to film myself photographing this, which I'm actually about to do, I'd put this down right here, right? I'm gonna flip it on, and we have our ND on there, cut to that. I highly recommend to get the NDs on this. You can see I just had the ND64 sits right in the case. It's supposed to be the black mist filter. I'm not using that. You guys will find out why. So now we're back in auto mode. We're 1/5,000 of a shutter speed. And you can see, I'm just gonna have Jericho follow me around. Jericho, walk with me. So you can see, that's what it looks like. Now, we're gonna put the ND on here. So now we put the shutter speed back into manual mode. So Jericho put it to 1/50th, which is a traditional shutter speed. And now we'll walk. And now we have the ND on too. So you guys can see the difference. This is gonna look a lot more, dare I say, filmic. Obviously, we're not trying to do filmic intentional movements, but you can see the motion. That's what it's all about. So I highly recommend the ND. With the ND64, I just locked the shutter speed to 1/50th and I let the ISO stay in auto. So it's just gonna adjust. So no matter if I'm in super bright, we go indoors, we can easily take it off if we need to, but the ISO should be able to hold, during daytime, indoors and outdoors. Okay, so you guys got to see how we're using the ND. Now, this is the magic. This comes out, cuts in the next scene. Okay, now you guys are back. I'm just tracking myself now. So oftentimes though, I don't fully trust tracking. So what I'm gonna do, I just pop the screen off. I have the wireless mic on me right now, but if you didn't have this, say if you just got the standard kit, this has a mic on it. My one only little issue with this is obviously I use cameras like this when I'm shooting BTS, is I don't know what to do with this. Because obviously say if there's a model here and I'm doing photos, I gotta put this somewhere and I'm gonna forget that I have this on me because this isn't the main focus if I'm doing BTS. And so I pitched them an idea to make a necklace, some way to attach a necklace onto this so we can just wear it like this, hide underneath your shirt, and then you can obviously use it like a mic then, and then I'll have to, I won't have to put it in my pocket and sit on it or, do anything crazy with it. But you guys can see, I can see myself right now. Let's see if it loses tracking. So yeah, I lost tracking. Obviously I'm behind here. So I can just control it. Hi, kitty. Come here. Let me get a photo of you. Hi. Oh, hello. You're so cute. Don't call me, please. Guys, I am incredibly impressed with how smooth this thing is. Also totally forgot that this thing has dual lenses. So this is the telephoto lens on here now. You guys can see how sharp this is. Once Jericho's done and going poop, we'll have him get a shot just like this. Have it track me. Okay, so you stay on this side. I'll go on this side and track me parallel. So guys, we're gonna create some parallax here, some depth. Jericho's gonna try the tracking as I'm walking through here. I have a feeling the tracking's not gonna be able to hold up. I'm gonna be impressed if it does, because there's two elements between us. There's all these large cactuses and bushes, more are coming up, all the wood, all the pillars and stuff. So, ready? Did it hold up? I never see Jericho's mouth so big. His jaw dropped right now. Okay, now you guys are back. This is what's gonna be a game changer for me, because a lot of times when I'm filming BTS, we already know what this is copying from and building on top of. In the past, I gave up on the tracking, all that, and I pretty much just set it up and got a cool frame and hope I was in frame. Half of the time I wasn't, that's user error. But now that we have this, I can legit, you guys can see, I can control this. So how I'll be using this into the future now, set it down. Set it down. I'm gonna double tap on me. I'll click record, step one. And from here, it's gonna track me. And I get to watch, and I don't have to shoot now, I just look at myself. There is a built-in mic on here as well. That's amazing. Oddly though, I do have the actual Insta360 wireless mic on me. You can see my logo and everything's on there. Really cool. I actually don't really care about that because I like to hide my mics. Obviously I'm recording audio on here, but I think for a lot of people who don't want to invest in the mic, just want the camera, if they come out the necklace thing, you'll be able to put the necklace on, make sure you're being tracked, put it on the necklace, and it has a built-in mic on here. This is genius. Like, this is really cool, actually. I'm actually shocked that Insta360 came up with this. So again, when I'm doing BTS and all that, obviously I'm trying to make content because that is a way that I can fund my own photo shoots. So now I don't have to work with commercial companies and have, creative directors that are trying to tell me what to do, but in reality, I'm doing it all and they're just taking all the credit for it. And that's why they keep bringing me back, because I do all their work for them. Now I could just, post my content up of me shooting and doing what I do, and I can, generate revenue off of that, so I could keep funding my own photo shoots. This is going to make that even easier. That's why this is so important. That's why I'm making this video on this. So, anyways, you guys can see. So I'm gonna go back to tracking me, and I'm gonna find my shot right here. So throughout this too, I've been cutting back and forth. We're filming on the Sony a7 IV. I can't see, my eyes are sensitive to light. So we're filming on the Sony a7 IV with some prototype anamorphic zooms from Blazar. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say about it, but stay tuned. And then now we're coming back to the Insta360 Luna Ultra. So we're recording and I'm punching in. That's so sick. I literally just... I really do like this shit, guys. So now it's tracking me. Okay. Yeah, this is dope. This is genuine. I'm not doing this just because this is sponsored. Yeah, this is pretty fire. Yeah. I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? So guys, this is what I've been talking about with the tracking. So I'm going to double click here, and then I'm going to go over here, and you can see we have all these little squares here. So say if I wanted to follow the rule of thirds, I'm going to click right here. And then when it tracks me, it's gonna hold me to that top corner. So let me click record. As I step away, it's gonna hold me in that rule of thirds up there. But say if I'm just trying to, focus on the content and I wanna make sure it's just gonna keep me in frame, I've been doing this guy up here. So the top center box up there. So I'm gonna click that, and as I move, it's gonna stay on me. But for this shot, I'm gonna try to get a little bit of, ouch. I just sent it. Again, you guys see, I'm not even having to worry about this camera. I'm just filming and doing my shit. Oh, that's sad. I hope they're not tearing this place down. They're like renovating it. One of the favorite shoots I've ever done in Joshua Tree was Belicia. That was the model's name. Was here. She had like a shiny dress on and everything. Yeah, we got kicked out, but ooh, abandoned pool. Hell yeah. Check this out, guys. Look at that. Ooh, the abandoned RV. We'll get that in the backdrop. Be another cool spot. Again, I have horrible luck with snakes. I'm gonna set you guys up here. There we go. A little tripod feet's gonna hold you guys up. I'm gonna pop the screen off so you guys can see I have the screen in my hand now. So I'm gonna punch in. We're gonna go to 3x. I'm gonna click that tracking again. I'm gonna click the top box. And there we go. Because again, I wanna focus to make sure that it's just gonna keep me in frame. I just want you guys to follow me around while I hunt for this shot here. Again, this is the only issue I'm having is I wish there was like a necklace that I could put this on. Just put it in my pocket, hopefully. Don't hit too many buttons. Okay, so the shadow, that's gonna be over. Do 250th, underexpose it a hair bit. Let's go lower. I have to go back further, I think. I'm trying to get the pull in the RV in there. I think that's it. Let's see. Cool shot over here. It's still tracking me. So I'm way out here, obviously. So the screen keeps not wanting to wake up. So I'm way past the distance on where it should be. So I'm gonna come in a little bit closer again to get a better connection. So now we're at 6x. I'm gonna just set this right here. And I'm gonna have confidence it's just gonna track me. Man, it's the end of an era that this thing's being torn down. I really hope this thing's still tracking me. Looks like it is. It's pretty dope. And the fact that it's like tracking the back of my head, I'm spinning around, moving around a whole lot. Ooh, that's beautiful. I just love doing film photography. Again, even if the shots aren't that great, I don't care because I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. I'm capturing a world that I know people on the other side of the country and around the world might not experience. And for me, for all my life, I've just loved these textures and the idea of the desert. And so just capturing it in real life on film, I don't know. It's there's something romantic to me with it. So even though, you know, some of you guys might just think I'm doing silly photography, to me, it's, I don't know, there's something special to it, to me. We have zooms on here. So I'm gonna go to 3x zoom, and then I'm gonna recompose, just like that. I'm gonna get in position and see how this looks. I think we tapped this section out over here. This is, I'm telling you guys, this is gonna be sick. For all these photography videos I've been doing, this is gonna be way less effort for me now. Nothing special, but I have really horrible luck with rattlesnakes, so I'm not going to do that. You see, here's J Doug putting in that work. If I wasn't being lazy, I would walk all the way over there. You guys can see the zoom in action right here. That's the 3x, and that's the 2x. You can see the setup we're using. It's a Sony a7 IV with some prototype Blazar lenses. Jericho he really enjoys every shoot, it's a new camera, new lens. All right, guys, excuse the glasses. I am exhausted. This video was a lot to do. And yeah, the grand question, the whole title of this video, does the Insta360 Luna Ultra meet my pro standards? I understand a lot of people go, oh, he's not on the film set, that's not pro, blah, blah, blah. Earlier in the video, I mentioned how, you know, there's people with ginormous channels who are making, you know, incredible content, and none of them are using, you know, mirrorless cameras or cinema cameras. They're using little pocket cameras and their phones. It's insane. But also for me, you know, I like to do things a little bit different. Even when I'm making the most basic type of content, BTS, where the quality really doesn't matter, I still want it to, you know, fit the world that I build, the world that I live in, that my brain is consumed with. Does the Luna Ultra meet those standards? Yes. But we need that firmware update that's going to help the noise reduction, which they are actively working on. This is, you know, this thing literally just came out. I've only had it for a few weeks now. So yes, it meets my standards with, you know, knowing that that's being worked on. Real quick, just to summarize what it is. Again, we have 10-bit log on here now. We now have multifocal lengths and the fact that the screen comes out. This is the biggest thing for me because when I'm doing what I'm doing, I don't have time to be taking my phone out, wirelessly connecting it and doing all this and that. I absolutely hate using my phone for stuff like that. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching this incredibly long video. It was a lot of fun to make, but I am very tired. So I'm gonna go take a nap with my dog. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, link in the description for the Luna if you want more information, if you want to purchase it, or if you want to check out my LUTs. I'm really proud of this LUTs, honestly. So that's it. Goodbye. All right, guys, so those are real influencers behind me. I'm not a real one. They're real ones. Those girls could use something like this for sure. Think about it, they could zoom in. There's a beauty effect on this too. If you're in standard mode, I should probably be using that because I have disgusting skin.